Let's get on there. Oh wow, she's quick. Okay, cool. This is Dre Tattoo Squid podcast with part 2 with Aaron. And I had to say it because the reason why. Now I had to cut it, like maybe 45 minutes because I had a tattoo appointment. And I don't think I said this to you since then. We call it that. It kind of fell through, and I felt bad, and that's the reason why I invited you back because.
Oh, I thought you invited me back because you like me.
Oh, that too, bro. That too, because you gave me that wonderful, which I haven't tried yet. We call it the blueberry, barbecue sauce. We had the stuff, we haven't got a chance to put it together. So we are gonna definitely try that son of a bitch out.
Awesome.
But also, because I wanted to go and get the tattoo. And I was like in the midst of like leaving. I'm like, listen, I'm on my way down. And the guy's like, oh, can we reschedule? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, rescheduling. And I cut things short. I felt bad, so folks, that's what happened. So, but even though it came out, that's the shorter version. We're going to do somewhat a little bit longer version, and I see you got the megaphone ready for some kind of shit going on.
That's just one of my toys. Here, hang on a second.
Yep. And folks, he's not going to Hawaii. He's just relaxing in the Illinois kind of.
See, you look right there.
Oh, those. Oh, nice. You got me. And underneath over drunk theory, actually.
Yeah,
company.
I happened to come across that, and I was like, ooh, that's fun. I need a bullhorn. And then I was like, I can put stickers on this. This will be cool.
Oh, that's a good idea. I got to do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're matching buddies. So like, look what we got here.
Yeah. I am going to get in trouble with that thing at some point.
I know the feeling. That's why my shit is in my garage,
Yeah.
If you ever seen my videos, like the very beginning, I used to do that shit like all the time. I'll get the bullhorn, and then all of a sudden after it's like, it makes that siren song,
mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I'm like, it goes on, and I'm like, oh, there you are. Oh, how you doing? It was like, you shocked me. I'm sorry. It went off in my hand.
I swear that never happens.
No, it was premature, violent, whatever. So we were talking, folks, we were talking like after, like before this, and we're talking about houses and housing, and me and my girlfriend were looking to get like a house. We know we're not going to get it sooner because we're under a contract. So basically, it's probably like maybe June. We gotta let them know, blah 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 blah. But with things going on, and basically it's like, you got some kind of drug lab over here, there's gunfire over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little off-putting.
Yeah, especially around Thanksgiving when you see it like the day after getting your Christmas ornaments out of your garage, which is like the complex garage, and right across the street is the crime scene van. And I'm like, all right. So, and then certain people that live around us are like, well, maybe they didn't like the turkey. I'm like,
Jesus.
I'm like, wait, what? You didn't like the turkey? Okay. Honestly, they throw a hatchet or something. But no, we heard gunfire. Actually, some neighbors heard gunfire and screaming, and they were like outside smoking cigarettes. So, but see what happens of, Oh, and speaking of, you got your golden mug, and I got my Joker, drinking glass.
Very slick.
Yes, and you're like, it's like that guy.
Yeah.
And that's only iced tea. So
yeah, I was just saying mine's just a hot tea because
there you go.
Yeah. I did one of the classic mistakes that guys like me do sometimes. I fell asleep with my head tilted back last night, so I did the like snoring all night, dried out my throat.
Oh God, yeah.
I hate that.
Have you been told that you snore or did you just find that out yourself?
Oh no, I've been told repeatedly a lot.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's like
Yeah.
I didn't know at first. I'm like, I'm just laying there,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I don't notice. I'm unconscious. But
yeah.
my wife used to like smack me, like, wake up, you're snoring. I'm like, well, it wasn't bothering me, you know?
I was okay.
I was sleeping. And now we're both up. That's not nice.
Yeah.
But no, I actually a couple of years back I went and had a sleep study done, and they're like, yeah, you basically die every time you fall asleep. So
Oh Jesus.
like the normal testing parameters, they're like, if you have, I think it was like 50 instances of wakes, they call them,
Yeah.
in an hour, we're going to switch you over to this, to the testament, to see how you work on the breathing machine.
Yeah.
And they came in when at the halfway mark when they're doing the sleep study, and they're like, yeah, here, put this on. I'm like, I thought you said it was blah blah blah. And they're like, yeah, you had 164 wakes in the last 2 hours.
Oh.
You're basically dying every time you fall asleep. I'm like, that sucks. And so they hooked to, and like they had like the EKG wires all hooked up to my head, and they slapped the mask on me, and I knocked out so hard. Like I hadn't been sleeping good for a few months anyway.
Yeah.
And so I was more or less exhausted. I'd been working all kinds of weird swing shifts and stuff, and I just was not not in a healthy place. And
Yeah.
they put that mask on me, and they told me when I was starting the sleep study, they're like, yeah, we wake you up at 6 a.m. Then you have till like 7:15 to get cleaned up, take a shower, get out, because that's when we have to come through and reset the rooms.
Yeah.
The nurse actually let me sleep till 7:05 because she said I went that far under. Like, she's like, you haven't slept good in a long time. We let you sleep, but you don't get to take a shower. Get out. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks. And they brought me a cup of coffee and a bottle of water, and I was just, oh, thank you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, thanks a lot. Yeah.
And then within like a day, they were just like, yeah, okay, you've been approved for all this the sleep apnea machine and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay. And yeah, they sent it home, and I was like, oh, awesome. And like now I sleep fantastically. And my wife's happy because apparently the mask muffles the snoring enough where she doesn't hear it. So
Yeah. Well, the thing with me is like all right, well, I mean, I snore, but I don't really know it because my parents said it. They could hear it through the wall. And I was
yeah.
like, you snore. And then when I was younger, when I used to party and all that, which was I think kind of worse when you do it, when you party and then you sleep and all that, I made like some kind of clicking noise. You know, like I'm like, what? Like I'm setting a bomb or something, or like or like was it a curly thing from Three Stooges? So like
Yeah. No, I used to have a roommate that did that when he and that was back in the partying days too,
yeah.
but we'd crash whenever it was we passed out, and he I was like, what the hell are you doing in there? What?
I'm just taking a shower. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
Lord.
Yeah, it's either that or you're like, hey, what are you doing in the shower with your clothes on and you're peeing? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a bathroom. What do you want? So
yeah,
that's a visual for you.
Yeah, that was, it actually reminded me of one story. Or I had a buddy of mine who literally, he was trying to, again, we were out, got all messed up at a party, and he got so drunk that we passed out, and like his girlfriend came by the next morning, and she was just like, what is wrong with you? You stink. And he's like, oh yeah, somebody pissed on me. Like, you pissed on you? How you trying to say somebody peed on you? Okay,
it could happen.
It could happen, but
yeah,
it's like you were home when this happened.
Oh,
that's kind of, I mean, she didn't know that, but at the same time, she was like, why do you smell like piss? And he's like, oh, somebody peed on me last night. The hell kind of savages are you trying to tell this girl you live with? And it was brutal.
You're the only one that was home. No.
You were well. Who was here to pee on you? What's her name? Tell me her name.
There's something going on here. What the hell? No, but that's like almost like there's a comedian, Bobby Collins, and you know I'm going this probably because so he has folks. If you don't know who Bobby Collins is, I know this is like people that's listening to this probably younger and don't know it. And then comedy shows on YouTube are like indifferent from just video games in general for everybody that's doing it now. You can Google, and this is the keyword my girlfriend always tells me, just Google it. So Google Bobby Collins, you'll see like crazy antics on there. He talks about his dog numerous times, which I love. And there was one where he brought it up, and all of a sudden he's like, I got home and the wife was home, and she's like, get over here, see what your dog did on the thing. It's like, well, okay, no problem. He looks, and then all of a sudden the dog just looked at him and goes, I'm sorry, Bobby. And he goes, what happened? He's like, I'm good. The wife's like, I'm gonna hit him. He's like, no, wait, hold on. What happened now? And he's talking to the dog. He's like, what happened? He goes, well, 3 big dogs came in, and they were gonna beat me up and took a big dump right in the middle of the floor. Really? Is that what they look like? What do they look like? We'll get PP out. It was just like, and then just turns around. He goes, that's what it should be like. You should. He goes, but then when you see his dog, he looks at you and he shows you his balls. He goes, that's what should be in life. You meet a woman, he's like, Gloria, Bobby, look at my balls. I was like, oh shit, that would not go now.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't. A lot of the good old stuff wouldn't fly these days.
Yeah, I know, the good old days. Yeah, you ever played 3-man?
3-man, huh? Sounds familiar, but
it's I think I mentioned this not with you. I don't think I mentioned this with some other people way before. 3-man is a dice game, so I'm very weary about the rules because when I play it, I get really totally fucking drunk and have no idea what the fuck I was doing. Which is the name of the game. And so you get the 3 dice, everybody rolls the dice. Everyone, like if you have like 5 people and there's drinking involved, there's drinking major amounts. And then there's rules you have to go by. So there's rules like you can make a rule as you go along and you have to do them in order. So this is where alcohol in your brain are trying to think together. And it doesn't work. Hence drinking and driving, hence this, and hey, I didn't have that gun in my hand before. So anyway, but I know sword job. Anyway, so 3-man, it's like every person gets a shot of rolling the dice, see where they're at. If you roll a 1 and a 2, you're automatically 3-man. So that means when whoever rolls the dice and a 3 comes up, you automatically drink. So if you rolled a double 6, you make a rule. If you roll a double 1, like I said, the rules are hazy, but it all depends on the people you're hanging out with. They'll make the rules as they go. So, but there is a thing where if you screw up so many times prior to said game, they have maraschino cherries doused in alcohol, 5 different alcohols in the maraschino cherries and fermented for like 2 weeks in the refrigerator. So, and kids, if you're asking what does that do, that means it fucks up your system. Because you take 1 cherry, you eat it, all that alcohol is absorbed into the cherries. So you think you're just going to get 1 and you're like, oh, this is nothing. No, my friends. you're going to be like Spock. Yeah, and that's all you can say.
Yeah, smack you right upside the head.
Oh, it does. And then you have a couch that has your name on it. Literally has your name on it. and that's how it went down like that. Every time we go and play 3-man, and they looked at me like, well, Trey's gonna be on the couch soon. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to do it better. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden I had the mashed tuna cherries. Then I fucked up so many times that I had to drink the juice.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm alive to this day. You know,
Yeah, that's a little rough.
yeah, especially when you're, at least I'm at home and be able. I mean, not home. At least I was there and I could sleep on the couch and stay overnight. If other people didn't do that, they're like, listen, you got to find a way home. There was no way I was going to be functioning. And that was the same day that I made a clicking noise. Yeah.
It might be a connection there.
Yeah, don't drink that shit. Yeah, that was a connection. Oh, and there's a Noid. The Dominoes Noid. I don't know if you ever remember the Noid.
I
Some
love
people
the
don't know
Noid.
it. Some people don't know the Noid. But if you've seen, what's that pizza thing? They had the little Greek guy going, pizza, pizza.
Little Caesars.
Yeah, thank you. Little Caesars. The Noid was the original little guy on the commercials. That guy would be on there, he get in a whole bunch of fucking trouble. And now we got the Little Caesar fucking guy going, pizza, pizza. No, the Noid was there for Domino's.
Yeah.
So,
actually, I saw somewhere they're bringing him back. I was like, oh, I love the Noid.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Domino's anywhere near where I live, but I still love the little red guy.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, what aren't they like? I'm not gonna say down the street. You said they weren't around by you, but I mean,
no,
yeah, they could deliver though, right?
Not where I live.
Uh-huh.
The closest one is like 15 miles from my house, and their delivery range is like 10 miles. So,
sons of bitches.
Yeah.
That's like Max from Geek Hop News. We call it, having a Domino's as near him, which he does not. I think he gave up on the not Domino's. I mean Dunkin' Donuts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I think he gave up on the Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
Oh, I think he might just be taking a break. I don't think he'll ever really give up.
No, I'm not saying he gave up on Dunkin' Donuts itself. I think.
No, I mean they're trying to get him to.
Yeah,
throw him some sponsorship. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
folks,
he'll start again.
Yeah, but folks, if you haven't noticed what the whole theme of this is, yeah, we want sponsors. That's what we're talking about here. Dominoes, the thing, drinking maybe, a couple of alcoholic stuff come about in a way. I don't drink anymore, but hey, bullhorns. Hey, you can have you can have one made out with the gorilla kind of thing. I'll have one with squid on there.
That'd be cool.
Oh shit, yeah. It'd be great. You're like, we got it. But yeah, so like I said, getting back to like the housing, we found like 2 or 3 places. If I knew you can be wearing the Hawaiian shirt, I was gonna wear mine too. I got a red one.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just sort of like, okay, I'm gonna wear this today. I'd be lying if I said there was any real thought behind it. It's just,
no, there's never.
It's a nice soft cotton.
Yeah, it's never really like a good thinking about wearing Hawaiian shirts. You just wear them. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a style, but we call it Christmas coming up. Do you have like an ugly Christmas sweater?
I do not. I used to have an amazing ugly Christmas sweater, but unfortunately my ever broadening dimensions made it where I no longer fit in my ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
And it was claimed by another. So
is it in the family or?
It is in the family. It's not in the state, unfortunately. But
okay.
No, one of my brothers has it. So.
Well, hey, at least it's, like I said, in the family, and yeah. But I got one. I got one where I guess I should not wear this in public, but I got one where it's like Santa Claus wearing a G-string, and
very nice.
But in where the area with a G-string, you could, it has a Velcro spot, and you could put the candy cane, and it looks like it's hanging on a thing. And I was like, I bought it, I wore it, and I showed my girlfriend. I'm like, haha, And she goes, "You cannot wear that to any family function." I'm like, "Why not?" It's like they're gonna
It's
ask questions.
festive.
They're gonna know it's me anyway. It's not like you're gonna wear it. Now I'll wear it. So I wonder if I can find a picture of Santa in a G-string. I probably could.
Oh, I'm sure you could. That's
That'd be great for the poster.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mine had on the front it just kind of looked normal. It was like a big knit reindeer with a big puffball nose on it,
yeah.
and that was fine. Then when you saw it from the back, it was a reindeer's ass. Tail up, brown eye looking right at you. I
Oh,
was like,
that's nothing. That could be
oh,
anything. Especially if you're drinking blurry eyed. I can't. What the hell?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
winking at me. What the fuck?
Hello, how are you? Yeah. Stocking stuffer. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
Lord.
Good Lord, indeed. I don't know why I said that. Oh, Jesus. It's Santa's fault with the G string, I tell you. No. But yeah, I know now I'm like coughing. But yeah, so you got any Christmas stuff up, or you're just gonna wait until like the last day, or
uh,
yeah.
no, actually, all our Christmas stuff is up in the attic still because the ladder broke, so I can't get up there.
You should let
And
me know. I could like took a flight out to where you at and help you get that stuff down. You gotta be fast.
yeah, well, I this year in particular, it's just kind of like it's the kid is like 85% moved out, and
Oh, okay, yeah,
he still comes home occasionally,
yeah.
but he spends most of his time at his girlfriend's place,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
like if he shows up for like laundry and a couple times a week,
Yeah.
just comes by, raids the fridge, says hi,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, how you doing?
checks his mail.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh, great.
he's 23. I'm not mad at him.
Nah, he's having fun too. It's like he's probably doing like we always do. We go to each house, and actually, it's funny because I found out a tidbit about family history. And well, I knew about this, but then they reiterated the whole thing. So it's like, well, your grandpa. I'm like, I don't really know him because I haven't really seen him because I think he died before I was born. But they told me stories, and he was a somewhat of a drinker, which is fine. It's like our family likes to drink every once in a while and have a good thing. But when we had when my mom and dad built the house that they had or have, um, right behind, because in the area I think was a 19. I was born in like 73, so probably like 72ish or whatever. They were building the house, and around that time in the area there was not that many houses going on. There was my grandma's, and there was a whole bunch of houses that was like our relations that lived on that street. And because basically in that time zone or in that time period, everybody in whenever you have a family, they all live pretty much together, like in the same street.
Oh yeah, it was
So
same way for me when I was a kid. I mean, 4 out of my 5 neighbors were family.
yeah, so it was like my mom was like, yeah, well, your grandfather, he liked to get nipped the bottle a little bit here and there. And I'm like, okay. And he'll start like one end of the street and make his way down to the other end of the street to the point where my Aunt Gracie, would call my grandma, his wife, it's like, yeah, yeah, John's over here now. And then like, well, what happened? It's like, well, he's kind of drunk. He's sleeping underneath the Christmas tree. And then my grandma's like, you can keep him. He can stay there for all night. I don't care. He can stay there.
He's your problem now.
Yeah, he's your problem for like, until he comes home. And
Until he
then
wakes up.
Yeah, until he wakes up. But he was like, and then we're trying to figure out how, because I'm like 6'2", like I said, I use this joke all the time. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", depending on what 7-Eleven I'm at. And but my brother's like 6'2" as well. My sister's like 5'11"-ish. We're tall. But then you look at my mom and dad, and it's they look they look like the husband and wife on The Princess Bride. Like have fun storming the castle, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
And that's what they look like. They were about that small, not small, but I mean they're
Well,
short for us.
compared.
Yeah, compared to us, they're short, and they're
Yeah.
like they're like, what? Where do you get the tallness from? And one person just had to yell out, going, "The mailman!"
Yeah.
Like what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, so, but overall, we're trying to figure out the whole Christmas thing, what to do together. So it's
Yeah. I think
it's gonna be
this
kind of great.
year's gonna be very very quiet for us. I think it's gonna be a just kind of sitting around, relaxed, casual kind of day,
Yeah, you sound like one of those we call like radio DJs. Like hello folks, how are you?
I've been getting that a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've been talking to people. They're like, "You sound like you're like TV announcer guy," and da 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 da. And one person was like, "You sound like you're trying to sell a Barry White album." I'm like, "I do." Well, all
What?
right then, baby.
Hey, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah.
Hey, turn up your dials and listen up, girls.
Now there you go. And you got the whole Hawaiian shirt going on. See,
Yep.
you know,
I am a love machine.
yeah. You look at me now and you want to go and say, ha ha.
Uh,
I want to have some Mountain Dew with you. Like
mm.
that. Remember that commercial? Yeah, remember that commercial?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember exactly what you're talking about.
I forgot the
But
name though.
it was 7-Up, wasn't it?
Was it 7 Up? I thought it was
Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
Maybe it was Mountain Dew.
It could be. I don't
Because
know.
I don't know. In my brain, I'm hearing zero something or other. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
fuck, we're old.
But these days now, and I was talking to a guy yesterday, following films, and we were just talking about kids and how kids, to me, kids don't know what we went through when we were younger.
Oh no, they would not understand it at all.
No, definitely not. I mean, he was saying like, oh well, it's not just the kids. It's like the parents. They don't do the parenting. I'm like, yeah, but kids usually like us. We go outside.
Oh
We
yeah,
have fun. We go out there as long as they we call when the
street lights.
the street lights come on. Your ass better be home.
Yep.
But now it's like, I'm just going to be on my iPod and my phone. And I'm just going to
Yep.
And it's like, why don't you outside? Why? I got this. We got electric, right? I'll give you money.
Yeah. That's one thing I gotta say. Like my kid and his friends, for being of the younger generation,
Yeah.
they were never in the friggin' house when they were growing up. It was fantastic.
There you
They
go.
would go outside. I mean, we got a pretty big yard. They would go out and run around the yard. They'd ride bikes up and down the block. They got to
Exactly.
be a little older. They'd go to the park.
Yeah.
Then that's what my kid was one of the first ones out of his circle of friends to have a cell phone. And a
Yeah.
couple of his friends' parents were like, "Well, why'd you give him a cell phone?" Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "It's got a GPS in it.
Yeah.
You want to know why he's got a cell phone? I know exactly where he is."
Yeah. It's like, it's like, where is he? He's outside.
Yep.
He's in the front yard. Yeah.
Well, in my case, it was more like, "Oh yeah, he went over," because there was one kid that lived a few blocks up the street who was. I don't like to sound like I'm being too judgy about kids, but I was like, "This fucker's going to jail."
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
know that feeling.
I like I said, I don't like to be judgy or anything, but I was just like, this kid is not going to end well. And at one point, he hit one of the other kids with a shovel, and I was like, "Yeah, you don't need to be hanging out with him anymore. He's kind of a problem."
Oh, there
And
was I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
oh no, I was just gonna say but then he was like, "Oh, I'm going over to Tom's house," and then he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah. Who's Rebecca? No.
Attaboy.
No.
Yeah, don't tell your mom.
I'll hide the phone. It's on the bed. Yeah, okay. But no, but when we were younger, we always had like everybody has basketball nets. I mean, now to this day, my brother still has the basketball net outside in the yard,
Yep.
outside on the street actually. So they play. But when we were younger, we would play, and younger meaning 13, 14. I think I was like 15 at the time. And there was this kid that lived like up the block, and the house, we think like the house that they lived in, because it had all different kinds of kids in there. So I don't know if it was like an orphanage house or somebody that just took in kids and
Foster home kind of
yeah,
deal, or
kind of thing. And the kid comes down with, he's just walking down there strides, and he's like, oh, I'm from the city, and he's wearing a fanny pack. Like, and folks, when you wear a fanny pack, then you're either doing something notorious or you're working out. This kid did not look like he was working out. And he was like, oh, I'm from the city, la 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 la. And we're playing basketball and everything else. And then he took down my younger brother, like in the neighbor's yard. He took him down, and he was doing like a wrestling move, like the camel clutch. I don't know if you remember the wrestling stuff, like Sergeant Slaughter did the whole thing with a camel clutch and all that, where you sit on the person's back and you pull back on the neck. So this kid was doing this in real life to my own brother. Now I see this. Fucking, I just saw red. That was it at 15. And, I grabbed him and I did the whole Undertaker choke slam. And I was like, choke him to the point. I don't want to say it, I condone it, but this is when, if you have a family member that's hurt and get into a fight, you got to protect them. So I, literally just said some nice things to him.
Told him he was a very nice person and you
Yeah.
appreciated his personality.
Yes. Well, I mean, because other people can probably say, oh my God, why'd you do that? And I'm like, no, I did it because you protect your family. That's what you do. If the person can't, take care of himself, you got to step in and do something that's right. Even if the guy's being an asshole, and let alone, he's like, oh, I've been around the block, and he pulls out condoms and all that. I'm like, aren't you fucking 12? What are you doing with condoms? Are you doing like finger puppets or something? I don't know.
Balloon animals.
Yeah, the animals. Like, oh, look at, I got a wee. Anyway, so
I got lube on my lips.
you got something right there, But no, but had a little tuffle. Let's just say we just had a little tuffle, but then you really want to just, but but in any case, we haven't seen him after that, So it was like, I guess he went back to the city. He goes, the suburban life is not good, So it is
those suburban kids are a problem.
yeah, they're meaner than us. I'm like, no, you just started with the wrong guy. That was it. But
yeah.
So have you had any like squabbles when you're younger? Oh, I can't.
I had a few.
Scrapes and bruises and bumps.
Little things, bumps and bruises, and I had something of a temper when I was a youth.
Oh yes.
And I mean, it would take the right thing to set it off. I wasn't just like randomly angry, but
oh, that was me though. That was me. That you, but you got something different. Mine was random.
Oh no, but my thing is when I would lose my temper, it was like holy shit. It was. I mean, I would scare myself because I would. It's like you said. I would see red, and then next thing you know, I'm like waking up to whatever it was I just finished doing to somebody.
You just hold down.
Yeah, one of my best friends was getting like physically assaulted by a guy that was, we were like 12 or 13 and this kid was like 16 and just kind of a prick. And my friend had asthma and this guy was like bullying him and he's like, oh, you want a breathing problem? I'll give you a breathing problem. And he was like sitting on his chest.
Oh,
and my friend was starting to have an asthma attack.
Oh,
and so I ran over and I don't remember doing anything to this kid.
Yeah.
I remember getting pulled off of him.
Yeah.
Because one of my other buddies, because there were like four of us, we were playing in this field behind the church that was next door to my friend's house. And this bully showed up and, like I said, started picking on my one friend. And then my friend whose family lived next door to the church, his older sister, who was like 19,
Yeah.
and her boyfriend had to come out and pull me off of this kid because apparently I was choking him and bouncing his head off of the ground, yelling, "Who can't breathe now, bitch?" over and over again. I don't remember doing any of that. I remember the guy that was dating my buddy's sister pulling me off of him.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but apparently I kicked his ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good because usually, like if you start doing it, and then it's like the sisters, the boyfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, go, like that, but the guy like helped out, like, listen, stop.
Yeah, he's like, no, you're gonna kill him. Get off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't. I had my cousin. My cousin was there, and he's like, "You're gonna die." Yeah, it was like a scene from Poltergeist. Yeah,
oh Lord.
like that old guy just comes to your window. Yeah, you're gonna die.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's a good scene. But I had tempers where my temper would shut out. Now I don't do that anymore. But it's like I would have a temper to the point where they want me to pay for pizza. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, Andre, you're paying for pizza. And I'm like, fucking shit, fuck you. And then I throw my bike, and then the bike would go and get destroyed against like I would pummel this fucking bike, to the point where it's bent. And then it's a new bike that my mom and dad got, and I roll it in there. And I don't think they listen to my podcast, but I think they know the deal now. And because then I told him, I was like, oh, I got hit by a car. Yeah. But that stuck for years. That stuck for years, bro. It was like nobody had no idea what the whole real reason is. I mean, my brother and my friends and our cousin knew, but then all of a sudden, I think it was like, actually, it was on Christmas. I think it was like 4 or 5 Christmases ago or whatever, and we're having dinner at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or so. And all of a sudden, after my sister-in-law is like, so did you ever find out who hit Andre with the hit Dre with the where his bike got mangled and all that? It's like, no, not really. He's like, yeah, he did it himself. He was angry. He destroyed it. He lied to you all those years ago. I'm like, and I'm thinking, why bring this up now? Why?
Yeah, that's
But hey, it is what it is, because
yeah.
I used to get pissed off. Like I will try and I punch walls, like my own family's wall. I'm like, I punch my hand through the wall, the other hand, and then they hold my hand like stop it, and then I use my head. It was like one of those things. So it was like, okay, now I don't do that. So if I get angry at somebody, I just yell and scream. I just like fucking shit.
Yeah. So a lot of good therapy and just being able to cuss a lot.
I think that's why I get tattooed. So that's like therapy. So
yeah, I gotta go get some new tattoos. Right. I'm just like Jones, and I haven't. It's been so long since I've gotten a new tattoo, and I had one of the guys I work with at my new job. His daughter's boyfriend is working on becoming an artist, and I mean, he's a really good artist, but he's working on learning to tattoo. He's working on learning to tattoo. And I'm like, well, half the tattoos I have are already janky first timer tattoos that I let my friends do when I was young and stupid.
Yeah.
Well, why not? He can try and cover one of them up. We'll see if he's any good.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be the guinea pig?
Why not?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I used to do. I used to be the guinea pig of certain things.
Yeah, and then at some point down the line, if he gets good, he can cover up his shitty work.
There you go, free of charge.
Yeah, like I let you practice. Now you fix.
Yeah, you do that right. But which one were you planning on wanting to get anyway?
Oh, I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things I want to get. I want to get I've got a whole back piece drawn out. I just haven't started it yet because I have some shitty back tattoos that need to be covered. So, but it's gonna be like I want to get a raven on each shoulder, and then it's just like it's like a Celtic pattern up the middle, up the spine part, and then
Yeah.
like a little Viking and a little Celt at the bottom, and
All right.
it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like it's gonna come out really good, depending on the
Yeah,
right person to do it. Yeah.
yeah, that's my thing now, is trying to find somebody I trust with it, because the guy who did the original design was my dad's tattoo guy,
Yeah.
and he's in Texas now, so I can't.
Yeah.
Not exactly convenient for me to be like, dude, get started. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Just like you should send them like the rendering or the picture, and then
well,
have
I have the picture, so
No, I mean, but for him just to do it, so then you can go there and do it like a vacation thing.
yeah. Well, or if I can get down there for like work related stuff, that'd be even better.
Yeah, that's true. I have them pay the dime.
Yeah, they can pay for my hotel, and I can, during
Yeah.
the day, I can go there and do what I got to do, and then I can use my meal stipend to go get my tattoo fixed.
Yeah,
So,
he was like, "Come on, let's do it." Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, tattoos are like like I said, me for therapy and all that. I would just go, and my tattoo artist back then was like, he was like, You're like a robot."
mm,
I'm like, "What are you talking?" I was like, "You don't move." I mean, which is great. He goes, "You're like
yeah,
the premier kind of like ideal person to tattoo." You'll sit there, and it's like the worst part of the body, and you don't fucking flinch. Yeah. So
that's a plus. I mean,
yeah,
when I was getting the part on my back that I need to get covered up done, like part of it goes right over my spine, right across that little ridge
yeah, yeah,
in between your shoulder blades.
yeah,
And my buddy, it's actually is really messed up Celtic stuff that's there right now,
yeah.
because that was my buddy who was a tattoo guy, was learning how to do Celtic, and he wanted to try it out. And so I'm sitting in the chair, and I had literally not moved for like 15 or 20 minutes. And one of the other tattoo guys was like, I think he passed out. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Why,
Yeah,
why do you think I passed out? And they're like, dude, you haven't moved. And I'm like, he's
yeah,
tattooing me. I don't want
yeah.
to move.
Hey, you don't want to go hot shoot. Oh, geez, yeah, there goes the mustache. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not that complicated,
yeah. Like we could. I did. In the beginning, I started doing like I had spots. Like I had one here, one there, nothing connected. It was just
Yeah.
like like basic, like, oh, look at me, I got tattooed. But then I wanted to get all connected. So and I got it all connected. I, did everything like a sleeve. Then I went to the other side, did a sleeve, and I'm like, all right, cool. But then I wanted to go and do more. So I'm like, hey, let's do my hands. Oh, let's do the fingers. And I hit spots I didn't want to hit. Then we did uh he showed me like this art thing that he wanted to try out, and it was a Mexican gunman with his wife, and it's all skeleton, and he's wearing like the bandolero, the gun holsters, has a sombrero thing and mustache, and and I'm not Spanish whatsoever or Mexican. I'm like, I just like the way it fucking looked, and it was cool, and it reminded me of me and my wife. That's how so, and then we did it. I'm like, he goes, all right, well, we're gonna put this on the back of the leg. I'm like, well, why don't we just put it like in the front so everybody can see it? Instead of me going like a model turn, hey.
Yeah.
But he's like, really? He goes, that's your shin bone, dude. That's gonna hurt. I'm like, it's gonna hit there somewhere. So I sat there, and yeah, it did hurt.
Yeah.
Inside I'm going like just like, holy fuck. But on the outside I'm like, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
On the inside, fuck shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Fuck, 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 fuck,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, not there. But thank God he doesn't do feet. So I was like,
Oh,
nah, not gonna do
yeah.
feet.
No.
Because he even looked at my feet. He goes, listen, you got fucking clown fucking feet. You know. He goes, I don't want that was near me at all. I guess he has some kind of, I don't know, something going on. So
Well, yeah. I mean, I got big old spatulas for feet, so I'm not gonna.
yeah, it's like, all right, let's get this meat tenderized, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind the snow. That's how the meat was before. You
Yeah.
know?
Although I had a one of my friends who's a tattoo guy. When he used to get bored, he would sit around and tattoo the bottoms of his feet while he was like sitting in the shop waiting for somebody to come in. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, he's practicing too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the bottoms of your feet?
You
Ugh.
can stand it and do it, I guess, you know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think about it. It's going to be sweaty when you're walking around. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not going to heal good. I
Nah,
mean, it higher chance for infection. It's just fucking gross.
I don't know how people can do, unless you're not gonna like sit for like 2 weeks and then you just have your feet up and
Yeah,
then that's it.
I guess that could work.
Because basically that's what it is. Like after 2 weeks, when you get it healed and everything else, and they have the ointment stuff, if you're not gonna be walking around and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here, and then when you do walk around, you're probably gonna be tippy toeing somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
But I really want to try the old style tattooing.
Oh, with the poke,
Yeah, the poking, and then
the
they stretch the skin out, and then they tap it, with the thing, whatever.
the with the little mallet and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know if it was a Polynesian. I guess a Polynesian, or it's a certain type. I guess I don't know.
yeah, it's one of the like Pacific tribes, I
Yeah,
think.
because we saw an episode on a certain channel. I don't remember what channel it was, and they showed like they went to some person's house, and then there was like the whole family of the Polynesian or whatever it is we call it, just sitting there, and it's like okay, you're ready. It's like in front of everybody, and it's like, yeah, just lay there, and that was it, and just kept on doing. And my tattooer is like, I would love to get that done. I'm like, I would like to get that done too. When you find out, let me know. I'll be sitting there too.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
My wife was like, "Hey, go for it." So
Yeah, hopefully it's like, hey, we go and sit there or just lay there and get it done. And you're like, here, it's an experience. Don't worry about the money. You know. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
sure, no problem. I wouldn't pay anyway. Yeah. You take credit cards. No, no, here, put on this coconut. There you go. You know.
Yeah, it's very cool though. Yeah.
Oh my god, now I really want to go. I know
Yeah,
I just got
me
you
too.
thinking
I'm just
about
like,
it now.
like,
Yeah.
well, it's Christmas.
Yeah. I should get
Um,
myself something.
I already.
Yeah.
No,
Shameless plug. Here we go.
sponsor me. I need more equipment.
Yeah.
Um,
No. I have nothing here. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Well,
tried. I tried doing the microphone, and I still want to do the microphone, microphone and headset, but I mean, I know I can hear myself because I did one with Geek Exploration, um, and I had the headset and everything else, and it sounded great. I mean, I'm like, can you hear me? And they're like, yeah, 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 you sound great, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
cool. It just like I didn't sound, I couldn't hear myself very much with the headset, but I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just
Well,
so.
one of the reasons I like wearing the headset is I can't hear anybody else in the house. So
Oh yeah.
that's a big plus for me. Like I right before I got on with you, I had to go make sure the freaking vacuum was off because yeah, it's well, we got one of the Roombas,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not one of those people that's gonna spend like $600 to get a little self-cleaning vacuum thing, but I got it from an auction website for like $65. So
There you go.
I was like, yeah,
Does it do
I
the trick?
oh, it works really good, especially since we redid all the floors in our house.
Oh,
So
okay.
we don't have it's all laminate flooring now. Like you can kind of see it here. It
Yeah.
looks the hardwood looking laminate stuff, and it was a lot of work, but it was totally worth it. I mean, it's a nice floor. It's water resistant, but yeah, that little for just what we have now, that thing works fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Oh, of course.
and the dog sheds like crazy because she's part corgi, part shepherd, so she's got
Uh,
a ton of fur. And so yeah, there's like little tumble dog
yeah.
balls rolling through the yard.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
but my only complaint about it is, like I said, it seems to just randomly decide it's time to vacuum sometimes. And I asked my wife about that. I'm like, didn't you like set up a cleaning schedule with this thing? And she goes, yeah, it still just turns on when it feels like it sometimes.
It's
It's
alive.
weird. But like it sometimes will come in and like get stuck under the bed, or it finds itself in weird things, gets tangled up in cords, just like runs into the wall over and over again.
I'm laughing at like a certain kind of joke or something, but yeah, like honey, why is there something turned on underneath the
Like,
bed?
zzz,
Yeah. What the hell is that noise? Huh? What?
that better be the vacuum.
Yeah. What do you mean it was Mr. Troy? What? No. Yeah. Who? What are you talking about? There's nobody underneath the bed. No.
Yeah, well, actually, it's kind of funny because for it to go in the main bedroom, this is our well, technically it's my son's room, but like I said, he comes home like once a month or once a week.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's here very rarely. So and now it's my office and my recording space.
Oh, there you
But
go.
like there's a lot of clearance on that bed. Our bed is like it's not getting under there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a totally different kind of bed frame on it. So
That would be some scary shit though. And you're sleeping,
oh
you
yeah,
have like
sleeping and all of a sudden you're
sleep apnea machine on, and all of a sudden after the door swings open and there's this thing coming walking in.
yep.
You're like,
chasing the dog around.
"Eh,
It's alive. What the fuck?
Where,
Where's my gun?
where's the dog at? I don't know.
No, it's actually kind of funny. Have you seen the like they've circling around on the internet for a while? There was a video of like a cat riding one of those things.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, I'm like, I could see that being our cat. He doesn't really, he's not afraid of the vacuum at all.
Yeah.
And a couple nights ago, he was laying in the middle of the floor in the living room, and the vacuum just decided to start vacuuming. And it came into the living room, and he was laying there, and it came right at him, and it got pretty close to him, and he like ninja kicked it. He just kind of rolled over like, bah! And it hit the sensor, and it just turned around and drove away.
Oh,
I was like, and then the cat just like laid back down. I was like, completely unfazed.
he's like, ah, fuck you. That was it.
It's like,
No, but they had there was a TV show. Well, not TV. It was on Netflix, I think, and they had like a series, and it's all these like animated spoof kind of stuff. And they had one where the the family, or no, the one woman, she gets like some kind of cleaning cleaning machine, and it's like a robot. And it's like this square thing goes, I'm here to clean, here's your electric, and here's your the system activated, and blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, the thing goes haywire, and she gets a machine gun out, like da, 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 trying to destroy the fucking thing. And it comes back, and it's like, oh, why? And it was just like, I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, we are not getting one of those.
yeah,
Well, if we get the house, then I can probably see us getting like a Roomba thing. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I like our Roomba, and more importantly, my wife likes it, and
Yeah.
that's what it's all about, keeping
Yeah.
mama happy.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
so I can have my silly little hobbies.
Yeah, this house we
Yeah.
call it. I think my girlfriend was like, I wasn't really in for that certain type of house, and she goes, but I think I'm okay with it now. Maybe we can go with that kind of. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it's
Yeah,
decent pricing and all that, but I think she's kind of worried about um what's that thing called? Your credit score.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we could, she pays her bills like everybody else, and then she should be fine.
Yeah,
Probably higher than what she would think it is. Probably, I don't know.
probably.
So, but folks, if you get a house, get a nice one, get something. Make sure you get your credit score up to par. And
Oh, definitely. It makes a huge difference in your lending rates and stuff.
I'm surprised my shit is like pretty decent. I thought mine was gonna be like really fucking low. Yeah. But and I've been doing my bills like I say on time, and it is with the grace period. You know, yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm still working on chiseling down all the debt I built up over 2020.
yeah.
Just from being late. I was laid off for like 9 months. So
Oh yeah, I know. Remember you were telling me about the last
yeah,
time.
that was I'm still chipping away at that. I mean,
Yeah,
we're getting there. Most of the big bills are paid off. I mean, I still got a couple credit cards that have more on them than I'm happy with, but what can you do?
yeah,
And like we bought a new refrigerator back in like May, I think. Yeah, I think it was just like beginning of May.
yeah,
And so that was like $2,000. Uh that we I was like, they were like, well, if you get a Menards card, it's 0% financing for a year. And I'm like, oh well, that's fantastic. No financing for a year. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm all about that. Give me the Menards card. So I got like $2,000 on a Menards card that I've been chipping away at it, but yeah, I'm getting kind of cranky at this point because I'm like, I'm glad there's no interest on it because I still don't have the damn fridge.
yeah. Oh, you
Uh,
need a refrigerator. Come on now.
yeah, I mean but like appliances are ridiculously affected by this whole supply chain thing.
Yeah, everything is.
And yeah, like I said, but so we're going on what 7 months now, and I still don't have the damn thing.
Oh,
And yeah, they were like, yeah, you should have it within 6 weeks. So by the end of June, and I called it, and we had the delivery date scheduled, and like I had to pull some of our cabinets out of the kitchen, so there was a pathway from the door into
yeah,
the where it has to go. And so I detached the cabinets from the wall and pulled them out and cleared out the path, and I took the old refrigerator out and I set it at the curb, and it was, well, actually no, I put the old refrigerator in the garage, and then I took the garage refrigerator and put that at the curb with a note on it said still works, because it still worked.
yeah,
But I don't need two garage fridges. One garage fridge is plenty.
yeah,
So, and because realistically that's just like overflow usually.
yeah.
I
Well, no,
mean,
it's always good because I had a regular refrigerator and I had an extra refrigerator, and when I was in Pennsylvania, I took everything out, well, except for the main refrigerator. Went to a half double house, had a refrigerator in there already. I put said other refrigerator in where what they call it, a mud room, I guess, or
yeah,
I put like a dining room table in there, because but it's gonna freeze. I'm like, I can put a heater in there, no problem, whatever, and it'll be nice. And it's very rare that I'll be eating at a dining room table unless I have friends over, and that'll be in the summer. So I had a refrigerator like right there, like in the
yeah,
corner. It worked out perfectly. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Now somebody has a free refrigerator, but
yeah,
yeah,
but yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll do all this shit, and then I called up like, yeah, so what time's the delivery going to be there? It's they said, between 12 and 6. They're like, yeah, we had to push that back. Were you going to let me know? And they're like, well, we sent you an email. No, the fuck you didn't.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so after a lot of phone calls, we come to find out the reason I didn't find out about it was because there was a typo when they put the email into the system. So
Uh,
it was off by one letter. So I don't know who was getting all my emails from Menards, but it wasn't me. And so we got that straightened out. And they're like, yeah, well, call back at the end of the month and we'll schedule something. And then they're like, call back at the end of next month. Call
uh,
back at the end of next month. And I'm like, you got to be
uh,
shitting me.
uh,
Now, on the upside, I still have the fridge in the garage, which is where all our groceries are right now.
yeah.
But downside is it's a pain in the ass to have to go out to the garage every time I want to make something to eat.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, let's make sure the bear is not here.
Yeah. Well, and I still haven't put the cabinets back or anything either.
Uh,
So my wife's like, "Are you going to put the cabinets back?" I said, "Not until the fridge is in." She said, "Why not?" I said, "I don't want to have to take them out again." It's like it was a big pain in the ass to detach all that stuff from the walls.
oh yeah, no, definitely.
And I had to detach the countertops and everything. Like, no, no.
No, 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 no.
And she's like, "Well, I'm missing all this storage space." And I'm like, "Yes, you are. I mean, like, you can still go put stuff in the cabinet, just don't put anything you want to get to real easy in it."
Yeah.
Because the cabinets are also in the garage right now.
This- It's a wonderful time for you, huh?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Like I said, I don't mind. I actually, when they were like, yeah, well, maybe at the end of next month, I found back in like, August, I was just I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. So I went and got one of those little like dorm room fridges they have.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
I got one of those and just set it in where the new refrigerator is going to go, just like click. And my wife was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's a refrigerator. She's like, why did you get another refrigerator? I'm like, because I'm tired of going out to the garage at like 2 o'clock in the morning if I decide I get up and I want a glass of milk or something.
yeah.
So it's like, it literally has like, a dozen eggs and some milk and some butter and like a case of bubbly.
Yeah.
And
Bubbly. You always
bubbly.
get the bubbly.
And
Well, hopefully you get your refrigerator going on here, because you need a basic refrigerator.
Oh yeah. And like I said, the whole fact that I, paid $2,000 or something I don't have.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, you sons of
ooh,
bitches.
sons of bitches.
Yeah. You bet I'm gonna give you such a pinch. No, I'm just kidding. But but with that, we're kind of like, we went past 40 minutes. So good.
Yeah. I honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was having so much fun.
No, I wasn't thinking of
BSing.
it either, but I have like something I gotta do and before I do the second podcast. So I got one that with Steve from Break On Through podcast.
Cool.
So he's like a newer guy. I've been talking with this guy. You actually kind of like talked to him a little bit when we were on that Spaces.
Yeah. That's cool.
So there was Chat Smash, there was Piggly Dog, and Break On Through.
Yeah.
So and then
yeah,
you came in for
you
a
guys
little bit
kill me with that though.
Huh?
So you guys kill me with those spaces because it's always like when I'm commuting. It's like I want to join, but at the same time I'm like,
yeah, I know, but it wasn't even like my thing. We call it, like Rick,
oh no, I've given Rick grief about it. I'm like, come on, dude, you always when I'm on the road. And then a couple times I've popped in there too, where I'm just like, okay, I can talk now, and then it's like, oh look, my phone lost its signal, son of a bitch.
But they do one on Fridays. It's like a bar theme. Like it's like a cosplay role play kind of thing where they're the bartenders, and you walk in like you would go to a bar, walk in, hey, what's up, and who are you? I am Cletus McScalpel. And then it's like, is that a real name? No, it's an alias, but I don't want nobody to know who I am. Yeah. What would you like to have? A Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Yeah. Really? What else we have? Give me some chicken, very raw. And, no, but it's just like,
that's one that'll get me just because I've got a thing about real quick stories. Years ago, I was working with training new culinary students, and I got put on an evaluation thing for a student's final, and this girl like deliberately served medium rare chicken.
Oh, no.
I was like, you are in the wrong line of work. This is not for you. No.
Yeah.
No. Like, well, you should try. No.
No, I can see it right here. It's squirming. It's looking at me.
Like, it is not supposed to be that way. No.
It's not supposed to yell, help, help.
Yeah. When I put the fork in it, it's not supposed to go.
Oh, I thought that was a system error. Oh,
anyway, I'll let you get going though, my friend.
Yes, dude.
This was fun. We'll have to do it again sometime soon.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
you can come on mine. I can come back on yours. We can.
Yeah, let me know about yours.
No, just shoot me some times at work for you, and we'll get something set up.
Yeah, we could. We do like a Saturday or Sunday where I don't really have like some, which I always do, but I can work into it.
Yeah, we'll make something work. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we do it like maybe in January, like the New Year.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be. I was gonna say, but that pretty much starting like Monday, I'm gonna be stupid busy for like the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Huh?
But
Oh no, I was just saying, all right, cool.
yeah. Oh, okay. So folks, this is Tattoo Squid Podcast with your host Dre, Aaron from I Had to Say It. Aaron, tell me. There you go. Shut the pearly white. Hey. So hello, snap, chip, ching, 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 ching. Okay. So okay, we got the photos. Okay, let's go send it out. Okay. So but tell everybody where they can find you at and where they can search and all that.
Sure. You can search on any podcatcher for I Had to Say It, or you can go to I Had to Say It podcast.com and you find the big screaming gorilla and you're there.
With the megaphone.
Well, no, I actually, the megaphone's going in the next logo. So
there you go.
That's going to be fun.
And also we'll be wearing matching Hawaiian shirts. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you'll be having the blue. I'll be having the red. It's not really matching, but the colors are going to be.
I was going to say, I've got several. I've got a yellow. I've got a red. I've got a orangish.
I actually, for you, I'm going to go in and order a Hawaiian shirt that has skulls on it. Or if I can find apes on there, then I'll do that. I'll do that. It's like, look what I got. Ha. Yeah. With jersey shorts and sandals. With megaphone in.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, there you go. Megaphone to hello Canada. No. Or Vietnam or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
But also you can catch me, we call it, Linktree, linktr.ee/tattoo squid. All the links are in there. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Twitter.
Fucking Twitter. Thank you. What else am I fucking missing? YouTube. And you can check that out. And also Anchor, where you can make a podcast very easily. And I don't really have like the words down. I should have wrote them down, to get their commercial out. Excuse me.
See.
There you go. So everybody check out I Had to Say It, which basically it is what it says on there. He says it. He has to say it. Anything that's on his mind is going to go right to your speaker. And everywhere else. Especially culinary arts and every supermarket known to man. I had to say the chicken was real. No.
It moved.
It moved. Where's my refrigerator?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you, Menards. You got a lot of shout outs here. Now you might want to do something to make them good shout outs.
Yeah, make them good. Menards, where your appliances are due to come out with the right lettering. Yeah.
Well, it's not their fault, if we're going to be honest. They're still being manufactured. So
yeah, but yeah. See, hopefully it's a good thing, and you never know. You might get it before Christmas. Who knows?
I'd be good with that.
Yeah, there we go. Christmas present. Look what we got. Have a bow on there.
Look, honey, they brung you something.
Yeah, Santa Claus in a Speedo. So.
With a candy cane.
I can't find a candy cane anywhere, so I don't know. He might be just going balls out, whatever, so to speak. But my guys, the people at my work are not going to be like let me live it down on it. They're like, what the fuck are you wearing? So I got covered up. I'm like, you can't see it. So everybody go check them out. Oh, I got like one of those tickle things. I got it, not that way. But I have to go and get some stuff done, and we'll check you out later, and I'll be on your show. Just give me a holler when you do that, and that's it. So folks, have a good night, good Saturday.
Have a good one, my friend.
Yeah, you too, my friend. So we will talk again. God damn, jeez, I want to have to look that. Nurse. Okay. So, alrighty. Take it easy, Aaron. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.